What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I have yet to put the scroll speed down. I thought I had the system, but I fucked it up that time anyways. I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning on the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Gaia. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Ra. His name is Shadowfax. The map is Savannah. Savannah's the map. And we've just seen 2 games of Shadowfax whooping Matreiuss' random god here. So, new game, new me, new you. Matreiuss is going to be showing off the Gaia in this game. I think that Gaia is one of those super underrated gods. I think people still think that Gaia is one of the worst gods on Voobly. And I think that Gaia sits firmly in the middle pack right now in terms of a tier list. I think Gaia has one rubbish matchup and every other matchup is winnable. If you play better than your opponent, essentially. Gaia is incredibly strong against a lot of the top tiers. So, for example, if you consider the top tiers to be Ra, Poseidon, Odin, Uranus, then Gaia is good against Ra. Gaia is good against Poseidon. Gaia is good against Odin, and Gaia is probably loses to Uranus most of the time, but is okay against Uranus. And now the reason for this is because those 4 gods don't really outboom Gaia in any way, shape, or form. Gaia simply just does her thing and then she wins. So the way you beat Gaia normally is to take advantage of her weaknesses, which is to myth units. So Ra does have access to myth units in the Sphinx, but when you then mix into it, you also now need myth units plus heroes, because Gaia players are starting to make automatons or have made automatons, and they can do very, very nicely against any sort of early myth unit shenanigans that maybe Ra might want to try. So then the question is, what does Ra really do here? And I don't really have a significant answer for you. I'm sure there's options here. I don't think Gaia is going to be beating all those gods. I think she's just fine against them. So, I mean, we'll see how this game goes. We do have a Ra versus Gaia matchup here. But the funny thing is, though, that I think that Gaia is losing against Thor, for example, who could potentially be lower than Gaia on the tier list. Matreiuss, Gaia is losing to Loki, who is possibly the worst god on the tier list. Gaia is losing to, I don't know what other gods I can think of off the top of my head. Probably Kronos as well, who's one of the lower tier gods. So it's like Gaia's in this weird position where she's kind of okay against the top tier gods and kind of terrible against the low tier gods, which is kind of funny to see. But that being said, we've got a game here, so let's check it out. Shadowfax here, he's got himself the 2 monuments. He did this build in the recent game he played against Matreiuss' Thor. He went double monument in the Archaic Age into a 3rd monument in the Classical Age to spam out Sphinx. So he's going to be going for those Sphinx in this game, which is a difficult one to work. I'm not going to lie, it's difficult to work. And how much food is on the map? There's not that much food on this Savannah map. Like, the people think about Savannah as a high hunt map, but Savannah has variants on it, and you can get, like, I would call this almost an Oasis map, because this hunt here, right, plus the hunt that he started with, which was like a rhino, you're looking at a rhino is like 3 zebra, right? A 3 zebras start, and then all of these gazelle are essentially five giraffes. So you kind of have a high hunt oasis in a way, which is pretty small. So this doesn't have a lot of hunt at all. Like, sometimes you can spawn a metric shit ton of giraffe, but look at the rest of the map. There's a couple of giraffe over here that you're probably not going to be able to grab. For the most part, this is a pretty low hunt map. There are these baboons here, which are going to be worth grabbing, but neither play. Well, for the Atlantean player, they won't be bad, but for a Ra player, you definitely don't want to go out there. Can be a little bit tough with the 45 HP baboons. But we'll see how this is all going to go. We'll see if Shadowfax does end up wanting to get himself that 3rd monument or not, or just stick to 2 monuments. He's got himself 4 villages on wood already, so he's going for early Cryo Sphinx and Hyoko Sphinx. And there's the house coming up now for Matreiuss, as he is currently going through Leto. So nobody really goes through Oceanus anymore on the land map. So Oceanus does have some utility against, say, Loki, in that you can then heroize Mermillo and then heal them up all over the map and feel good about that. Anyways, we see Matreiuss wandering around. What is he doing now with this villager? He's moving over to get himself a town center. This is ballsy. I like it, but it's ballsy. He's going to need to have a couple of automatons over here to defend this, or get lucky if Shadowfax doesn't notice it. And there is that third monument. So Shadowfax seemingly has practiced this build order quite a bit. And this is one of those builds which Shadowfax is going to feel super at home with, because it's one of those builds he would do on vanilla, on the original game. And he's played so much vanilla, and basically Shadowfax, if he gets into a situation which is similar to vanilla, then he's going to make the right decision 90% of the time. If you put him into situations where it's like a situation which wouldn't have happened on vanilla, like town center situations, he might make some misplays there because he just doesn't have the experience. But we do see this villager is getting pushed back as another Cryosphinx is coming in to try and hit this one. I actually think that maybe casting Eclipse there might have been a worthwhile usage. But while this is all going on, town center is still coming up. We do have an automaton, Hero Mermillo coming through. More automatons currently getting built now. Matreiuss with only the one military barracks, which I like, and pushing Shadowfax back. Not losing a villager just yet. We do see a lot of gold income, but oh no. Shadowfax has forgotten houses. He has completely forgotten houses. He's sitting at 35 of 35 population. He's using himself that auto queue, and if you use auto queue, you don't get that reminder that you don't have population for villages. And I'm not sure what went wrong in his build, but he's currently just 110% focusing on the Sphinx raids, and this is getting Shadowfax so far behind here. Is the house coming up yet? The barracks is going down. He still hasn't noticed. These villagers over here on this gold mine aren't doing anything. Matreiuss gets his second town center. This has been a full minute thus far of no houses, and there is the first house as Shadowfax spams them out. 35 population. He's going to turn around and take this fight. Has to be careful though. Doesn't want to lose a Sphinx, but Matreiuss has got such an advantage now. This automaton will look like it's going to fall, but guess what? The Sphinx get pushed back, and Matreiuss should have another automaton coming in to repair this one back up. He might even be able to get this one back alive, so he definitely gets at least one back alive here. But Shadowfax, what is the play now? I think the only way here is to spend those resources, go over and get yourself the second town center and just kind of hope and pray. But we'll see if Matreiuss can actually punish or not here. Is the question. This Sphinx raids is still going to be happening. He's still got his citizen to worry about, not paying attention over here, as this citizen is going to be making a run for it. We do see channels has come through. Look at those upgrades for Matreiuss. This is so strong for Gaia. Getting those upgrades this early is huge. Look at that 3.9 speed citizen. He does make the run for the mana there as the Mermillo is coming in, but 6.36 speed. Shadowfax not paying attention. He's going to be losing the Hierarcho Sphinx there. Super unfortunate. He's getting himself the second town center over in the corner of the map, getting himself all those farms. Getting him some security of this gold mine over here as well. Only a couple of villages on farms here. Does he have plow? Does he have everything else? He does have plow husbandry. But my golly gosh, losing those Sphinx town centers up for Matreiuss. He just has to figure out a way forward. And honestly, the way forward here, Armory, Heroic Age. So strong. Get access to those stronger units. The Contarius, the Destroyer, heavy infantry, all of that stuff is great here. You see Shadowfax getting 2 town centers. You know that there's no risk of you dying here. So just straight to the Heroic Age. Live the dream. Does he have himself irrigation yet? He's got irrigation and he's getting flood control by the 9th minute here. On the farms as well during rain. Getting 4 farms worth of rain there compared to Shadowfax. How many does he have? 9 farms. He's got himself only 14 farms here in this game. He probably could have thought about taking those villages off of wood now that he's got, that he should be able to afford shaft mine and irrigation here and just go all onto food and gold. But he's not done that, and now Matreiuss is going to be going up to the second or third age, up to the Heroic Age through Thea. I am personally more of a fan of going through Rhea here, just simply on the fact that I can basically just take his Bitsukos, and that is a big difficult thing. The Trader is actually a really, really good God power. You can also steal your opponent's siege as well if you feel like that's necessary. We do see a barracks coming up now for Shadowfax. But Thea does give you access to those super, super strong Contarius. So we can go for some sort of Contarius raids with the hero Contarius. We just see the Contarius here. Also the Automaton here getting chased away. So many Sphinx out now for Shadowfax as these raids are starting to mount and become very, very difficult to deal with. But the Symphalian birds will come down very shortly as well. In an effort to take these out. We do see a priest coming in as well, as Shadowfax has got some sort of inkling that a heroic age is on the horizon here. We'll be seeing this one getting repaired back up, trying to stay here. There is a Eclipse here blocking the, taking the fight, but I guess blocking the Hesperid's tree. As one Sphinx falls, another one will fall very shortly after. As a Symphalian bird flying overhead does help take down that one there. Now we're getting some Contarius out to deal with the Axemen that are being built from Shadowfax, and now these Hierarcho Sphinx trying to run away. The priest does get knocked out here as these Hieromo Milo are going to be chasing these away. 17 HP remaining, but they do end up getting away. The Symphalian bird going to clean up the rest of these medium Axemen. Hieromo Milo coming back over here onto these Sphinx. It's a couple of slices. Doesn't quite manage to take that one down. One of those Hieromo Milo does fall. This Sphinx here is so very low, but both of them do manage to get out with 7.42 speed. Is so much here. Nice play from Matreiuss, though. Good defense. Shadowfax's Eclipse is over now, basically. Not much more to say here. We do see a marker coming up, and Matreiuss is simply just going to go straight to the Mythic Age here. Very, very smart. He has run out of gold, though. Another marker going to come up over on this location, and he's going to be able to build a Tartarian gate in Shadowfax's base, and there's going to be very little he can do. The other option is to just go to the Mythic Age to get Implode, but I don't think that that's the best of ideas here. Just simply getting that early Tartarian gate. You see the Palace coming up, possibly for Fanatics as well here. As the market drops, we will be seeing that Mythic Age very shortly, as Matreiuss is also full villager count here. The question is, what god does he choose to go through? And he is going through Atlas, which is giving himself the Implode, is giving himself the Argus, which can one-hit these Hierarcho Sphinx, so it is an option to deal with them that way, but the other option is the Lampade, which I think is just as good, if not better. And we do see another temple coming up, as it is looking like Matreiuss may want to be spamming out those Argus. He's only got 41 favor, though, so we do see one of those citizens getting sniped. Nice play, but remember, Matreiuss is full supply right now. We are seeing these units now moving in. They're going to be greeted by a Palace, and Shadowfax is kind of going all in on this fight right now. The Priest, Pharaoh going after this Automaton, a couple of Hero Contarius getting made. They are so expensive, and they don't start attacking right away. It's better to heroize them almost before the fight here, as a couple of Contarius have managed to take down those Sphinxes. There's only one remaining here. Double temple up. I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. More Automatons being built by Matreiuss, and it is looking as though Matreiuss will be holding here, as there is no way through this palace. Matreiuss has got so much wood in the bank. Just build farms. You don't need to gather wood at this point. Fighting against an Egyptian, normally Atlantean want to go Fanatic Mamilo Contarius for the most part. Arcus somewhat, but it's not the best. We are seeing a Spider Lair getting thrown down by Matreiuss. There is Shadowfax is getting pushed back here. No way forward, no way how. We've got a ton of resources in the bank for Shadowfax. There's the Mythic Age from Matreiuss as well, but where is he going to place that Implode is the question. I definitely think that Tartarian Gate would be lights out here, but we'll see what he wants to go for. As the Heroic Age for Shadowfax has to be coming through fairly soon. Doesn't have the Armory, though. There's the Armory coming up. He will be choosing Hathor there, as another Hesperid's tree is getting dropped, but kind of in the middle of the map here. A bit of a weird location, as we are seeing these units moving in. The Argus does manage to snipe one lone Sphinx there before pulling back. The Contarius will get countered by these Spearmen fairly well. Unlike the Hippocon, I think the Contarius dies a little bit. No, I don't think it does. Maybe Contarius dies a little bit faster, has a little bit less HP than the Hippocon compared to against the Spearman. I think the Spearman does a little bit better against Contarius than against Hippocon, but we'll probably see some sort of a tech switch here from Matreiuss, starting to make some Murmillo or starting to make some Arcus or something like that. But right now it doesn't really matter, as all of these units are falling to the Myth units as well. And this town center is going to be held, as Matreiuss is also going to throw down an economic guild onto this settlement here to basically claim it for himself. Very hard to kill this as Egyptian. You need siege, basically. I mean, you can kill it with spearmen and everything else, but it's not easy to. Takes a while. And there's the heroic age for Shadowfax. Is getting out that Patsukos. Immediately we see the Argus coming in, but oh, big pick up there, and that actually does take up the special ability of the. It died. Somehow it died there. I don't know how, but in that moment Shadowfax does realize the game is lost. Matreiuss too far in front, and GG. Well played. Good hold by Matreiuss. A very, very beautiful reaction to this Sphinx strategy. I loved that he didn't overreact. He didn't overbuild units. He just got his second town center. Honestly, got lucky getting his second town center up. That's something, if you're a Bast player with Ra, you need to be aware of, that the double town center is a very, very strong response to the Sphinx. Especially with Gaia, who can build these farms and essentially have nearly hunting rate farms, given you have those flood control. So you have to deny this. It's very easy to deny this because you just move in with a clip straight away, and you can push in and make life very tough for the Gaia player. But he didn't do that, and Matreiuss then had all the initiative. And once you have the town center, you don't necessarily need units because you know that your opponent is in the classical age and doesn't have any way of taking your buildings down. And that's that. GG. Well played. If you like this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.